Hey there, Cozy Grovers, and welcome back to another episode of this Let's Play series of Town to City. Grove Tender here, currently sitting here with a steaming hot chocolate while the first frost of the year is beginning to thaw, as it is crispy cold in the UK today. That is, of course, perfect weather for a lovely cozy session of Town to City. Last time, we spruced up the funfair worker houses with loads and loads of decorations, making them hopefully homes to be proud of. Today we're going to take our first look at the citizen class that we just unlocked, the Bourgeoisie. This class of citizen requires a high amount of luxury items, so it's going to be no easy task, but we'll see what we can do. We'll also likely need an additional neighbourhood of townsfolk to help fill some of the jobs that we will have undoubtedly created from trying to make the Bourgeoisie happy. So grab your favourite cosy drink, get comfortable, and let's dive right in. And welcome back to Cosycombe, everybody. Here we are in our workers area that we built last episode, or decorated last episode, I should say. I believe we built it in the episode before. Yeah, looking nice. Looking pretty good all the way down the street there. We are going to zoom out and away from this area for now, because we've got some things to do in the city at large. Now, I have been playing around with some settings. The last episode, it was a bit janky when we were getting into the nitty-gritty of some of the town, and I think the changes I've made have made a bit of an improvement. I jiggled around some of my settings, made a few of them slightly lower. And whilst I was having a rummage in the settings, I found an option to turn on grass. So now we have these really cool little patches of grass all through the town, and they don't seem to have impacted performance. So I'm going to leave them in because I like them. They really add like a certain depth to things like gardens and just like the sides of the roads and stuff, like the farmland as well. Over here, I noticed, where was it? Yeah, just along the side here, just little patches of grass, I think really adds to it. So I'm happy with that, that accidental find. I can see that it has inadvertently added some grass to the beach for some reason. So let's try and get rid of that with the little sand tool here. There we go. Good as new. Turn off dithering as well. And then it's pure sand. Much better. The other thing I've done is I have been sat here with it on very fast just to rack up some research points. When we finished last episode, we were very low on research points. And just like in the last episode, I didn't want you guys to have to sit through and watch me collect them. So here's one I made earlier. And what I wanted to do that for is we have an incredible amount of stuff that we can unlock. So we still have some things to do within our town unlocks. Newspaper stands, potteries, the Autumn Nature Decoration Pack, which is the most recent update. We are still, of course, waiting on the November update at the time of recording this. So we don't have any animals yet, but they are coming very soon. And then we've got third floor housing, extra clotheslines, which gives us extra workers for our laundrette. And we also have the thing that I spotted last episode, is the Golden Crampton, which is a gold statue of the train. So I want to incorporate that at some point, and I'm thinking we might incorporate it into the next area that we build, which brings me to the next thing we're going to do. And that is, we are going to unlock the next class of citizens, the next class up from Artisan, which is the Bourgeoisie, which I am obviously native English speaking, so I apologise to France for potentially butchering that word, but I can only do what I can do, and that is pronounce bourgeoisie as bourgeoisie. So apologies. But we're going to go and unlock that. using up 750 points. I have left some researchers to tick over our points slowly. I don't think I'm going to do anything else for now because this is... We're now in uncharted territory for me. I've played through the game a few times, but never to this stage. So we're going to experience these new unlocks together, slowly, one at a time. So I've had a lot of thought about where I want to build this next stage of citizen class within the town. We have a few options. Obviously, we could continue over here next to where we've just built the carnival. We have all of the space up around here as well. And we also have this section up here. And this is actually the section that I've decided to go with. I think we can have a really nice, probably fairly large cul-de-sac slash probably end up being main thoroughfare through here. So we're going to have some houses along the cliff edge. They're going to come around and down this slope. And then this area here and down into here is where we're going to have additional shops as we figure out what needs that the bourgeoisie citizens need. So, just like we did with the artisans, and just like we did all the way back in episode 1, if you can remember that far back, we're going to start with placing the bourgeoisie residences. So we have 2 different types we could use here from the 2 different maps, one from Belval and one from Fontabrac. Now, I don't know how they look, but let's have a quick look. Okay. Then we have those. So on inspection, I think I like the look of these more. I think they fit in slightly more in keeping with the vibe of our town. Whereas I think if we start putting these big blue roofed houses, it doesn't have quite the same effect as this. So we're going to go with these. And I'm thinking we're going to have this whole part up here is going to be a row of these houses. And all along here, and as it comes down the hill, they'll sort of curve like so. So with that in mind, let's think about our path. And we only want maybe a 3 to come off of here. And we're going to follow the hill line a bit. And then we are going to go straight up here. And then we're going to follow the contours to about there. And then when we get to here, we're going to have some houses along the back, I think. And maybe a little bit of a lookout point up here. I think that would be nice. And we'll have the houses a bit further away from the cliff. Rather than... oh, actually, to be fair, these aren't too near the cliff either. This one is fairly close. They will have to worry about erosion soon. But not today. So I wonder if we go straight up here with some of these houses. But I don't want them completely straight. We're going to have them... they're going to have big gardens too, because they are, you know... these are the big time houses. So they're gonna need a lot of space. We're gonna give them a lot of space. A lot of real estate. We'll draw the path through here and then beyond. And then this bit will be a lookout area at some point. We've got 4 houses there. I think they're not connected to any shops. That's why they're unhappy, so that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay for now while no one lives there. What I wanted to do really is just think about the placement of these houses. So I think we'll have one in this curve. Then one nestled in the woods just here. Maybe one on this corner. And That may do for now. That may do for now. What we need to have in the back of our minds as we go is we do need 25 bourgeoisie residents to go to the next stage, which not too worried just yet. So they don't receive enough luxury. So as we're putting in the houses, we also need to put in some luxury buildings as we go, which might mean that we need to look at unlocking some things. We have a library, a perfume shop. Perfume shop actually gives 4 luxury. That's really good. As opposed to most of these only give 1 or 2. So we are going to have to put in a couple of things. We have a candle maker as well. I wonder if we start with a perfume shop. I'm doing it. I've done it. And this could be a big sort of forest park potentially. But we're going to want to add some path along here. Let's go 3.5. This is going to be our secondary path that will run all the way along here and eventually connect up with this one right in the corner of our map, potentially. This is really the only space to get up there on a path. But that's okay. In fact, we could have this path running down here at some point too. Maybe a smaller path. It's going to run along there as well. And that's pretty good. I wonder if we have a third path coming down here just for access for workers, which we're going to have to think about as well, because I don't think we're going to have enough warehouse. They're going to be too far away for the warehouses. Oh, actually, that one's not too far away. We'll see how we go. Let's put down that candle maker. Perfumer, sorry. And I've changed my mind again as I sit there and look at this. I think we should have a plaza, a big plaza. It's here. And that will eventually be all upgraded road, so that's okay. It is going to be on a slope, but I am fine with that. And we're going to place these around the outskirts of this plaza as we go. So as we add in more shops, they will form a circle around here. And then we'll put some nice, maybe a couple of food stalls and some seating in the centre. Really, I just wanted to get it laid out to start with. We get some workers into the perfume shop. Although I do wonder if we'll need bourgeoisie workers. It may be that we have to just move somebody in straight away. So this one needs increased food and housewares. So at the moment it's not getting enough with either of those. So we can only have artisans working at this house. At the perfumers. If we put those 2 in there, I'm hoping that makes them slightly happier. So they require 26 luxury points. That is high. That is a lot of luxury. We only need 12 for the artisans down here. Interesting. We're going to just have to see how we go, I think. We do need another worker in there to actually reach the artisan. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a resident in this house. And we'll see how unhappy they are. 53% happiness. They're getting no housewares and no food at all. So we do need to address that. So what we'll do is we'll think about what housewares we can put in here that also offer a luxury. So we have a clock maker here. This is going to be ideal. And it may actually be that we can put this in the center of the plaza. It's a very nice central piece. Kind of like that idea. going to put that in there. We are going to have to think about a wider workforce as well, because we don't have the workers for this at the moment. Actually, one thing we can do to try and bring up the happiness of our bourgeoisie is open our taxes. Oh, and it looks like we can only tax the townsfolk, our regular townsfolk, at the moment. Interesting. I wonder if we have to unlock it, perhaps. Can we see anything here that lets us do that? No, maybe it's only the townsfolk that have to pay taxes. That's a slightly dystopian thought. We won't look into that too much. We don't have any artisans for there either. So, this is an artisan residence. We'll put them in. And we can put one in here. Oh, and that's that was a mistake. That was a regular labourer. Put an artisan in there. I wonder if we can reclaim some artisans from some other buildings. We have had to do that in the past. Let's have a quick whip round and see what's going on. So we've got 2 artisans in here. We'll take them out and we'll put in 2 townsfolk. And we've also got 1 in there we can take out and replace with a townsfolk. We have 3 artisans available now. This is causing a problem because of the lack of labourers. So I think we need to straight away upgrade our road and the plaza that we've just built as well. And that's helped over here. That stopped the demand for another warehouse worker there. We are going to have to think about some artisan houses, I think. Actually, we can still pinch some from some of the other places. So we've got 3 artisans here. Let's put them all in the clock tower. Let's increase the happiness over here slightly. We have a little bit extra luxury, but we are going to need food. The butcher gives 2, a bistro gives 3. A bistro might be a nice addition over here. And in the meantime, let's find somewhere for our regular people to live. We can add additional floors. We've done all of these houses by the looks of it. We are struggling for housing. Oh, we have 2 artisan houses we can increase there. And I think I have some citizens in here that they want to live in a single floor house. Yes, both of those. We can increase this one though. And now we have a very easy supply of artisans. They would like to be near some public service buildings. I don't know what comes under... What do we have under that? Schools and chapels. So maybe we can move this family over here. And we can put this family in here. There we go, 6 artisans. Let's get one in the bistro. This has made this resident happier. We can boost that with some decoration points in a second as well. Just want to get them out of the red. Oh, they are actually out of the red now. They're 65% happy. But we still need to add many more things before the rest of these are happy. But that's okay. We actually do have a requirement for another labourer now. And I'd rather not put an artisan in there, really. Is there... There's nowhere we can take a labourer from currently. That's okay. One thing I want to do very briefly over here is put in some random large trees to fill up this corner, just to make it feel a little bit more closed in. Like so. There we go. And I don't think we can. No, we can't place trees outside, unfortunately. So it may be that we fill in the gaps of some of these houses with some trees. And then similarly, we'll either add some houses on the other side of the street going around this way, or put some trees in there. I think we are going to have to add artisan houses along this road. I think that's going to have to happen. And it's not that I don't want to do it, I just hadn't planned to do it in this episode, but we may have to. We may have to leave this side for now, actually. Let's upgrade the path to this house at least, so it's easier for them to get to and from places. That should make them happier. That's made them a lot happier. They're 81% happiness now. They're getting food, apparel, leisure, housewares, public services, and we have 15 out of 26 luxury points. So, dare I build a post office or a library? Oh, what's this? Luthia. That gives 4 luxury. And it has a high range and a small workforce. That sounds good to me. And we can put this one in here. Let that fill in. We can already see we are on the way to the next upgrade now. It may only be 3 currently, but this is actually really good. This is quite challenging. We've had I think quite an easy time keeping up with everything else. It's nice to add a little bit of an extra challenge in here. This is going to require a lot of artisans, but it's adding a little bit of luxury to this as well. We're actually almost got them up to the required amount of luxury, which is really good. So I think we're going to leave this corner for now, and for the last part of this episode, we're going to put some more artisan houses along here. I do wonder if we transition to using some of these artisan houses, perhaps. So they look a little bit less like these ones look like city buildings. And I want ones that maybe aren't quite so citified. And it may look like I'm doing something really weird here. I kind of want a little bit of a cul-de-sac vibe. And you'll notice I'm moving these trees to a new copse. I'm not deleting them. We will take out the rock, though. I'm sorry for anyone that loves rocks, but the rocks cannot stay. And I'm thinking we do something just like so. So it's going to be quite a tight-knit community, this one. But it's going to be a very important one that we definitely need. We're going to have a slightly smaller path going in this bit, all the way around the houses, and back along here. And we're going to have a grassy patch in the middle there. And we may as well go ahead. I hope they look at the upgrade in that I'd like to upgrade the roads and still have them look like the original old roads. I hope they look at that at some point. Now, unfortunately, none of these families, we don't have anything for these families, so I'm going to ask them politely to leave. And while we're here, let's have a quick look at some decorations for the middle of this. Some simple trees with some benches. I think a bench in the middle here. Like so. And I really like using the bollards here just to minimize vehicle access, even though there's no vehicles in the game. I think that's a really nice little touch. And we've got some flowers. We have potted flowers actually. Or do we do bushes? Oh yes, bushes. And I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Here come the residents. Don't have any leisure buildings for you, I'm afraid. I think all of our houses are full over there. And yeah, we don't have any suitable ones there. So, apologies. Goodbye. We've got a couple people moved in already. That's good. Let's do a little bit of decorating while we wait for some more families. We don't have any street lights yet. We'll have one there, one here, and maybe I should have put one in between the benches. So let's move them out slightly like so. And I wonder if we can get a triple light house, triple light lamppost. Yeah, I think that looks okay. And more artisans coming in. Welcome, welcome. It is going to put a strain on resources over here at some point. So, for example, we do need a regular townsfolk to go in there. So let's take you out of there. Congratulations. You're working at the fun fair. So that's fine. I think I do think we need some sort of tree coverage here. So we're going to place some random ones here, just around the path. To just separate slightly the houses from the this would be a little bit busier, so we want to keep the hustle and bustle slightly away from these houses. And there we go. Don't have any housewares over here. Now we have a decent number of artisans. We can start popping them in on this side of town. We do need quite a lot of artisans over here. That's the only thing. So we have 4 available, and we have 6 spaces to fill. And also, I did have to steal a few people from the church. And I wonder if it might be time to put a second story in these buildings. Have we done these ones here? We have done those. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to. This is kind of the sleepy outskirts. I've already done all of those. Maybe it's time for this cul-de-sac to get a little upgrade. There we go. That's not going to do any harm. That still looks pretty good to me. I really like this cul-de-sac, actually. Let's pop in a few regular workers over here. Regular townsfolk. Of course, that will generate a little bit of requirement. Why did I wanted somebody for over here? For over here? Was it for the church? It was for the church. There we go. Church is happy now. The kiosk is happy now. And of course we still only have 4 artisans, but that's okay because we're about to move in some more. Put you in there. And they are a lot happier over here. So much so that I may move in another household shortly. Look at this. Three households ready to move in over here as soon as I upgrade this neighborhood and pop them in. There we go. That gives us enough to oh, what's this? Crop receiving disabled. Ah. We need crops for the perfumer. Interesting. Well, in that case, I don't think we need to put anyone in here just yet then. That hasn't actually lowered the amount of luxuries available for these houses. Ah, I see. So the perfumer can stay as is for now. We won't worry about that one just yet. But we could look at what else we might need over here. So how are we looking? Apparel, leisure and public service is only 6%. So what if we put in an optician? Do we need an optician? That's the question. We could do with an optician over here, because this isn't going to service all the way over there. We do need an optician over there too. Oh God, this is tough. This is tough. Actually, a lot of these buildings... Oh, we definitely need a hatter. Oh, we haven't... I don't think we've actually built a hatter yet. Let's get a hatter in here. Just there. Let that build up. Going to start thinking about some trees to decorate this area. And the hatter needs crops as well. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. This isn't good. This isn't good. But again, not to worry, because it's placed now, that's where it can stay. It actually gives us a very interesting thing to work on next time, which is probably going to be farms to feed these shops. And I think probably over here is where we'll look at that, doing that. So what I need to do is build something that doesn't require stuff, and it actually tells you here. That's silly of me not to read that. So don't tell anyone I did that. Basically, we do need a barber. The barber doesn't doesn't require anything. So we can put a barber. We could put a barber in here. Look. That's really silly of me. Okay. We have a barber. We have a full barber, in fact, which has helped. Again, it's helped the happiness of our bourgeoisie residents over here. And I think I'm going to be really cheeky and move in these guys into this house in a second. Just as soon as I've put some bits on the house, like so. This has a lot of windows. It looks cool though. Is it going to let me? It is going to let me do hanging baskets on these pillars. That's great. That is fantastic. It's actually quite hard to swing the camera around to get those bits under there, but I think we've done it. Has that made them happier? It has. In you go. In you go. We're really close to getting our luxury up there, which is good. I think these houses are going to be quite empty for a while though. Let's head over here, and we're gonna finish what we started over here, which is decorating the houses. Oh, look at that. I like that. Let's mix it up a little bit. Can we put a bush here? Yes, we can. Let's select things that can go on houses. Oh, that's not the thing. That's not the... Yes, it is. Building decorations. Oh my gosh. Look at what I've just discovered. Umbrellas make window... is it... It's not parasols. I can't think of the name, but that is amazing. We're going to put them on all of the bottom level of the house. That's great. That is great. How have I not seen that yet? Forget what gravestone... Oh, yes, gravestones. We can make these cool like crosses and wall gravestones, I guess. Having a cross on it's cool. I think we'll have a clock on this end one. And then flowers in the window of this. We get not quite. Ah, that's okay. And you know what we're going to do? We have to have a house with roots on it. It would be very rude not to. Ah. Although maybe it would have been better to put it here. Actually, this one can have some advertising. And roots. Check this out. And that's a bit overkill, that one. That'll do, though. Very cool. I'll put some sunflowers on here. Couple of flowers on this one. And I think that's good enough for now. Almost. It's almost good enough. We're going to have a little setup here, like so. And it's gonna look like it's a little bit of advertising. Maybe a shop. Maybe a shop has paid to advertise that space on this person's house. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty... What a cozy little neighborhood this is. I think this is going to be the place that we take a picture of today. I wonder if we come down here a bit, perhaps. Maybe at ground level. And that's pretty nice. I kind of like that angle. Make it nice and saturated, nice and colourful. And I think we're good to go. Thank you so much, as always, everybody, for if you've made it this far in the video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, no matter how much of it you've watched. I massively appreciate everybody who's come on this journey with me. And if you're new as well, there are many more episodes before this, and hopefully more episodes to come after. So please do subscribe to the channel and enjoy the content that's out there, ready to be watched. And until next time, stay cozy, friends.